This is the first interview in your new role as executive chairman. What's your most urgent priority?
Well, it was obviously to come and do this interview with you is my first priority. It's to support Ted, and he's a terrific guy, will be a great CEO, and my job really is to help him as best as I can, but stay out of the road. So that's really my priority.
It's interesting. I've heard you used to handwrite a checklist of priorities at the start of every year. If you think about how you change gears into executive chairman, what does that checklist this year look like?
I didn't write it this year. I did that when I was CEO for 14 years, and it gave me a framework for focusing on a few big things that matter. Because in these jobs, there are thousands, literally thousands of issues that come at you. And you can easily lose sight of the stuff that actually matters, which is a few big things. So every year, I would tee up on the first day I came into the office, which was yesterday. I came in and write down the list of 10 things. And one of them was always no new mistakes, which I defined as things that cost us more than $500 million of capital. Sometimes they were personal, like stay fit or get fit, or sometimes they were about development and leadership with our top team. But no, different job, so different. You've got to switch. So that's what I've done.
I'm glad you brought up mistakes, because to the extent that we learn from life's challenges, I'm curious about your single moment. What is the biggest mistake you ever thought you've made at Morgan Stanley? This is an exit interview. It's the chance to look back at the last decade or so.
It might sound immodest. I don't think we made a lot of big mistakes. I mean, If you look at the major things that we did, whether they were the deals, Smith Barney, E-Trade, Eaton Vance, succession, which is critical, navigating through COVID, we got frankly most of the big stuff right. I wish we hadn't sold Van Kampen when we sold it to Marty Flanagan and Invesco. So that was something. I think it took a little too long to get the full team that I wanted in place in the right jobs. But you can't do these jobs and not make mistakes. When I see a mistake, I embrace it. It's like Kipling. You're those travelers of success and failure. You've got to embrace them both, because if you're not making mistakes, the chances are you're not doing enough. So I never see a mistake as a negative. I just see it as something you learn from, move forward.